Hey everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to another episode of Working Hard, Trying Not to Starve. Guess what? Friends are now turning against friends on the job. Really? Is what we're going to be reduced to? Is this where we are, people? And not surprising. There's so much fear and panic. And every time you look up, somebody's getting laid off, somebody's lost a job, layoffs over here. Someone's getting fired, reduction in force. And I understand it can be very stressful. You think you're with a company and they announce layoffs and maybe it wasn't you. And some may think, hey, I'm one of the lucky ones. I get it. But you have to also think it's highly unlikely. A lot of times when they do have layoffs, unfortunately, what they say, it ain't the first time and won't be the last. So people are really getting panicky. So I was talking with someone and they were telling me all what was happening. And I've seen this before. Maybe it happened once, years ago. But now we're at a point where people on the job, but you thought were friends. And when I say friends, I don't mean just hi and bye. We have lunch every now and then. I am speaking of people who, like, they've been to your house. You've gone to happy hour together. If they need a ride, their car. Oh, I'll take you to get your car at the shop after work. Give you a ride to work. Happy hour together, rides together. They've been to your house, partying together, socializing together, social functions, clubs together, drinks together. Never had a quarrel outside of work or in work. Now, all of a sudden, someone gets the tap. So and so said you were doing this on the job. So some people get fired because your so called friend who works on the same floor as you has dimed you out. I even had someone tell me, and I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if maybe that person is the breadwinner or maybe someone's telling them, hey, listen, you got to make sure you stay at all cost. Friendship out the window. Make sure you stay at all cost. Okay, okay. And they're doing this. I don't know. But all I can think of in my mind, all I can see is this must be what panic looks like. Gotta be. This must be what panic looks like. Who does this? People freaking out. Not an enemy. That's what makes it so hurtful more so. Is your friend to get fired because of a so-called friend. And you do understand when you get fired, there's a high probability if it's for just cause. And some states are at will states, which means they can fire you for no apparent reason. So my concern was they could have an adverse effect on the possibility of getting the unemployment benefits, which will hopefully try to sustain you. I mean, they typically don't pay as much as a paycheck, but that can kind of pay something to kind of get things going, maybe help pay the groceries and the utilities. You know what I'm saying? This is very dangerous. It's a dangerous practice because Americans are already paycheck to paycheck. With inflation, it has basically wiped out the savings. People are borrowing from their 401ks again, not to go on a vacation, not to go to Disneyland, not to get, oh, you know what, we want to go ahead and get a vacation home or a summer home or a cabin. No, they're doing that to keep necessities, food on the table, pay the apartment rent, pay the mortgage, the insurance. The insurance industry, in my opinion, is straight hella out of control here. And don't forget, when they're raising these rates, there's a process. They're getting permission from the states, is my understanding, to get that done. So this is the politicians, yeah, they're working for us, all right. They are getting permission. They can't just raise them. They have to go through a process and get approval from the state to raise these rates. So I guess it's gotten so desperate that your friends are now your frenemy. And that is not a friend that will turn around and purposely report something or say something to get someone fired. So it's just best now to just, I don't know if you need to go cold turkey, but just chill. Don't get involved in office gossip. But I think it's really hurtful and really sad when it comes to a place where your so-called friends will turn around just to get you fired. And I'm sure it's nothing new, but I think sometimes people happen to revisit things. You know what I mean? Not for a promotion. Nope. Just to stay on the same job. So try and make that person looks bad. So in other words, oh hey, I'm still here. I remember this guy. He had he was a manager and the company was laying off. And so it was up to him. They was telling each manager to go ahead. We're gonna have to have cutbacks, so cut off the weakest link, yada yada yada. It was up to the manager's discretion who to lay off. Went to his head. Oh, I get to decide who stays and who goes. It's my decision. Make my decision. And he made his decision, and he felt like a fat cat. Oh, I am in charge. Woo woo. He did. Yeah. Guess what happened soon after? He came to me in a daze, eyes big, and he was like, his manager called him in the office. I think he had like a t-shirt or sweatshirt on the chair opposite of him, saying, "Hey, have a seat. Hey, I got a little, a little t-shirt for you. Hey, you did a good job on those, on those layoffs. We got to trim the fat. You did a good job." And he was like, "Thank you. Think he's gonna get a pat on the back. I mean, come on. They even gave him a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Get a pat on the back. Did a great job." Then the guy told him, his manager, "And now I'm gonna have to lay you off." What? He goes, "Yeah, we're also cutting middle management." Moral of the story: people, don't be a hater, please, because it could come back to bite you. They say karma is I'm gonna say witch, but guess what? That witch sometimes she's quick. Don't be that person. And then he was saying to me, like, he's got a wife. I think he had 2 or 3 daughters, and they were young, because I've seen pictures of them. I've got a wife, and I've got daughters. But so do the people that you laid off. They have families too and obligations. Newsflash: these companies don't care. So this, if it's still working, even remote, watch what you're saying. Your IM, if they're still doing instant messages, DMs, whatever, watch what you say. People will bring Facebook into the office. So and so said this on Facebook, and here's a screenshot, and it's like there's nothing to do with the office here. They said this about the manager, and use it against you. Don't do it. If you have, can you maybe take it off? Because I don't want you to get fired. Because guess what? It's not easy finding a job out here. And some people, they'll find a job. Good luck with that. And guess what? Find a job, and then you look up, oh, heavens to Betsy, I have heard of the nightmares. Get fired from that job. It's not uncommon. These companies, there's no loyalty. The only loyalty you have is to you. I found another job. Ah, I can breathe. The job lasted 3 or 4 months. I found another job. I can breathe. It lasted 6 months. Oh, I found me another job. I can breathe. It lasted less than 30 days. How do you hire someone and then say, oh, we're having cutbacks? It happens. So we're in a very stressful time right now. Life is changing even as we know it. So it's sad to say we're at a point where friends working hard, trying not to starve, become manipulative, and dime out your friend and get them fired on the job. It's sad. So people, watch what you say. Don't get involved in office politics. And people say save and save money with inflation. That's a joke. Easier said than done. Some people can, great. Some people can't. And the majority can't. And even if you do, that's the sad thing about it. Don't mean to be depressing. All the job losses, where are all the replacement jobs? Where are they? A lot of green on Wall Street. But guess what? It's pain on Main. It's pain on Main Street. It's that bad. Anyway, I wish you well. I'm wishing us all love, health, prosperity, and I'm not gonna knock it, possible wealth. Okay. Thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'm out.